Hello and welcome back to your 18 WJTS In.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and it is time once again to talk about the arts, more specifically the Jasper Community Arts with the one and only Kyle Rupert. Welcome back. You survived ticket sales month and all that fun stuff. The season is out in the open and you guys are ready to fill the Arts Center, right?
Yeah, we are gearing up for another performance season. I got 13 shows lined up, 12 that have been announced. And one yet to be named. I know what it is, but we just can't talk about it yet. But yeah, we went through the ticket on sale pretty smoothly. It was pretty exciting. For the first time, we actually broke our ticket platform because so many people were trying to buy tickets.
Well, that's good.
It is.
A good problem to have.
Yeah, the system wasn't configured to allow for that many, so we had to work through that issue. Luckily, we were able to get it resolved pretty quickly, but it was exciting to see everyone's excitement around it.
That influx, definitely. Again, we're not in the same wheelhouse, but when we have something very popular news-wise on our website and it crashes, that's a good thing, but it's also a terrible thing.
It's a good problem to have.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, you guys are, for every show or any ticketed performance that we talk about today, people can go online right now and buy those tickets, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Every ticket is available, jasperarts.org/tickets. All of the shows that are currently available are there, and you can buy one show, you can buy more than one show, but everything is up and running and looking good.
That's fantastic. Just a good reminder for people, so if they see or hear anything they fancy, maybe they can just go over there and reserve that and make it a date or make it whatever they need to.
Absolutely.
So, major thing, you guys just put out a press release today, actually, which... However,
day of recording.
Day of recording, yes, thank you. But Hunter Hayes is the big ticket for September, is that right?
Yeah, September 28th. Hunter Hayes, multi-platinum singer-songwriter. He actually hasn't been in the area, I think, in about 10 years. Wow. But since that time, he's continued to put out incredible music. He's coming here with his solo show, which, if you've had a chance to see any video or images of it, it doesn't look like a solo show. But he's someone who's just an incredible talent, and he plays something like 30 instruments or something like that, and he goes through this process of crafting a song and building it, and he just does it all himself on stage. He's got a team that helps him, support team, but he's just an incredible artist and an incredible human being too. If you ever listen to his interviews or listen to his talks on his social media profiles, he just really has a really good understanding of himself and the world, and we're really excited to be able to start our season with someone like him.
Yeah, I mean, granted, last season I didn't really understand the way Jasper Community Arts worked back then, if you can imagine. But this year, to have that first name that I actually recognized was a very nice surprise.
Sure.
Because again, I'm becoming more familiar with the arts and everything that's going on here. So that's a very strong start for you guys. But that's not it. You have some local talent. You have some Broadway miscellaneous. There's a lot of different shows, right?
Oh, absolutely. And time marches on, right? So, I think Hunter is the first artist, first multi-platinum artist that really went big in the 2010s, whatever we're calling that decade, that we've had. And so, like, as time moves on, we're going to get more and more of those people,
right,
that, and as we get older, like, oh, I remember that person. We've got a lot of great artists lined up. Preacher Lawson, who rose to fame through America's Got Talent, runner-up on that show, has just exploded on the comedy scene the last several years. Really big on TikTok, really big on YouTube, sells out shows all over the place. He's a comic that is very physical in his comedy, but he bills it as all ages. But of course, I would encourage anyone before buying a ticket to look him up on YouTube, look him up on his website, and judge for yourself. So we're very excited to have him coming. And then you mentioned Broadway folks. We don't have any Sweeney Todd, but we do have a guy who played Sweeney Todd in a great show off Broadway. But a lot of other excellent performances. But Norm Lewis, who's been nominated for a ton of awards. He's a Broadway treasure. He's performing a holiday show. He's a great baritone voice, so he's got that nice deep register. And then we've got Norbert Leo Butz, who's one of only 9 actors who's won the Tony for Best Actor twice. And then 2 of the original stars from the musical Rent are coming in April. And then in between there, we've got all kinds of great shows. We have an interactive Beatles show where the audience sets the playlist. We've got a comedy percussion show where 2 guys will not only hit a bunch of stuff with sticks and other things, but they play toy ducks and they play recorders using their noses. I mean, they're hilarious and they're great guys. And then, you mentioned local talent. We've got a local artist who does all kinds of things: woodworking, acting, singing, and everything. And he's gonna play our Bosendorfer. He's gonna play his own instruments. And he's going to tell a story about his life and how music has impacted it, and then everything in between. We've got multinational world music coming in. We've got a classical pianist coming in. It's a very diverse season, and we're extremely excited to get it started.
Yes, it sounds like, I mean, just flipping through the pamphlet that you had brought in last time you were here, it's a very vibrant, very diverse lineup for sure. And if anyone wants more information on each individual show, again, jasperarts.org is a good place to kind of start. Look them up, research. I mean, that's what the internet's for. See what you're going to be paying for. A lot of great stuff to look forward to in the next calendar year. But more recently, you guys are putting in a new artist in the exhibits at the Arts Center or the Cultural Center downtown, right? Yeah,
so Ronald Mack is an oil painter who has been prolific in his creation of artwork, and he recently moved to Jasper within the last year. And he's got the Free Press did a great article on him. He's got where he lives, and then the next unit, or the unit next to him, is his studio where all his pieces are at and where he works. But we've got more than 50 of his pieces on display. Several of them are award-winning pieces. I mean, he's won a ton of awards for his work, and he'll be up for about 3 months. In about mid-September, he'll do a live painting where he'll come in and he'll paint there in the exhibit, and people can just sit and watch, and he's very personable. You can ask him questions and talk with him. So it's pretty incredible. It's a lot of Indiana landscape, so folks may recognize some of the places that he's painted, but we're very fortunate to be able not just to display his work, but to have him be a part of our community. And I think that speaks a lot to where Jasper has gotten to, over the years, as far as a place where we are able to attract people to not just visit but choose to live here as well.
And I will say, going on that statement, there's a lot of different age groups. Robert's in a little bit of an older age group, but there's young families, there's 20-somethings, there's middle-aged whomevers. They're all kind of finding this little place of ours a little more comforting, and they settle and hang out here for a while. So there's a lot of fantastic things going on with that and whatnot. And oh my goodness, 50 pieces from this one artist. That's a lot, right?
And that's not even touching this, that's not scratching the surface. He's way more than that, but 50 is what we could fit. So,
what you could fit in the exhibit. Oh, well,
I know.
Gotta have some limitations, I guess.
Yeah. And it's totally free to see. There's no cost to see his exhibit. We still have the Patoka Valley Quilters Guild up. So we've got dozens of those up and hanging, and then the Dubois County Art Guild, that one's closing soon. But then following it, we'll have our annual juried show, which is an exhibit that features dozens of artists that have been hand-selected by our judge to be in the show, and then from there, there are awards for different categories. So it's all very high quality.
Yes, and again, that's the free part of the Cultural Center where you can come in during business hours and peruse, hang out, just experience something a little bit different. First Thursdays is still a thing, right?
Yes, the first Thursday of every month.
So 5 to 7 p.m. Come to the Arts Center, get some.
The Cultural Center.
You're right.
It's okay.
Cultural Center.
So make sure, just because I know it can be confusing at times. So and even artists, visiting artists, when they come in, and sometimes we just, it's all good.
Yeah. So at the Cultural Center downtown, and just talk with artists, experience the works, kind of just mingle per se, and just take it all in.
Yep.
And Kyle, we're kind of back to school now, so do we have anything more centered towards kiddos to kind of look forward to, whether a few months down the line or workshops or anything like that, now that we're getting back in it?
Yeah, so we're always adding new workshops and classes, and those get posted on our website, jasperarts.org. So we're always adding those. And then we are working on, and we'll be announcing more information soon, our next iteration of Camp Create, and that'll be over fall break. It'll be Monday through Thursday, a fall break, 9 to noon, and it'll be similar in style to where the kids that attend will learn a lot of different things. And then we're still working on some other initiatives specifically geared towards kids. And then, of course, during the performance season, every student in the Jasper system, especially grades K through, I think this year it's grades K through 10, will be given the opportunity to attend a live performance.
Oh.
And that's something we do every year. And then we invite the parochial schools, Southeast, Southwest, Northeast, homeschool kids, charter schools. We invite schools in the area and gauge their interest in attending. So, but definitely the Jasper schools we know are on board, and then we work with others as well. So, so there will be shows for them throughout the year as well. And so, yeah, we're always working on stuff. One thing we do have that's new, and I don't know, I'm sure we'll get it down to where kids will be able to participate as well, but we just received a grant from the United Cabinet Foundation Endowment and the Mark and Jeannie Campbell Endowment to purchase materials to start offering digital art classes.
Awesome.
And so we're working through the purchase of those and what those classes will look like. Of course, we have like a general concept and idea, but then working out the details. But hopefully this fall we'll have that as an offering as well.
So you guys, again, even though your work is done with big announcements and you're awaiting these big shows, you're still working on these small things behind the scenes all the time, right?
Oh, 100%. And we do have one more big announcement.
Oh, I mean, if you want to spoil us today.
I can't say it now, but let's just say that by August 16th, we will have announced. So if it's after August 16th when someone's watching this, we should have announced it already. Okay,
that's a fair indicator. So some big news yet for this month, and again, just constantly working on stuff and doing a little bit at a time, announcing a little bit. That's all fantastic stuff. Is there anything you're looking forward to in the next few months? I know I always ask you that, and it's hard to narrow down, but September, October, November, kind of looking for anything?
There's so much. It's just really great to see that there's so much activity in the community, and not even just our activities alone, just everything that's going on with the Park and Recreation Department, Heart of Jasper, Next Act, ACT. There's almost too many to mention, and so I'm just excited and glad to be able to to wake up and see that we're in a community where there is all these things that are available, because not every place has that, especially of our size. So we're very fortunate, and I think that's what I look most forward to, is just being able to continue to provide that opportunity for people.
That's the best way you could have answered that. I appreciate it.
Boom.
He just knocked it. I couldn't agree more. Again, I think for our size and our capacity, capabilities, whatever you want to say about it, Jasper is a little more special in that way, that they're allowed to bring arts and all of these other experiences to the area. So. Well, Kyle, another successful month of sales and all of these things. We hope getting ready for Hunter Hayes and all this upcoming shows is hopefully a breeze for you guys, but we'll be excited to see turnout and all of that fun stuff and all of the exciting upcoming things for you guys as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, of course, for coming in and spending time with us, as always.
Yeah.
And thank you so much at home for watching. This has been your 18 WJTS In.form with the Jasper Community Arts, and we are local people watching local people.